In this first look video from InfluenceWP, we are checking out a WordPress plugin called CooWriter AI, which is going to allow you to use AI to easily create content for your WordPress website. Before we poke around the CooWriter AI website here a bit and then look at the actual solution together, just a quick bit of housekeeping. First look videos cover products we have no prior experience with. They show vendors how new users experience their website and product for the very first time. These videos are unedited, high-level introductions that are not paid for, they're not sponsored, and they contain no affiliate links. If you would like videos like this created for your business, go to influencewp.com/partners and request your free partner membership. And we thank CooWriter AI for being a partner. If you like what you see in this video, go over to our site, find the deals area, do a search for this plugin, and grab the exclusive deal. All right. Okay, so the site we're looking at right now is CooWriter AI. That's CooWriter AI. So it's CooWriterAI.com. Okay. So I'm going to be looking for some key pages here, like an about page, changelog, documentation. We're going to rattle off all of the features just so we cover them all, because I don't want to miss any when we go and we actually look at the solution together. Okay. All right. So right off the bat here in the nav area, I am seeing a link for features. So let's go ahead and just check that out. So as they're saying here, finally, AI that actually helps. We built this because we were frustrated too. Here's what makes it different. So complete post generation, write full post in a single prompt. Let me give you some examples there. Precision editing, fix just what needs to be fixing. So they give an example here. If maybe a paragraph isn't right, you can just adjust that one paragraph. So kind of like doing touch-ups. Moving on down, custom images that actually fit. So stop hunting through stock photos that almost match your topic. You can describe what you need and get custom images right from CooWriter. And next up is natural conversations, make it more casual, and it does. So you can change, like, is it too formal? You want to make it friendlier, that sort of thing. Make it more of a natural conversation, as they say. Next up is smart translation. Translate any text instantly. Get instant translations in your preferred language. Next up is WordPress integration. Works with all of your blocks. So this is Gutenberg block editor compatible. Okay. All right. So that covers the features. Let's go back down into the footer. They've got a demo. We already went over, okay, documentation. Let's pull that up. And okay, so I'm not seeing an about page. So I'd love to see an about page with pictures of the team, a little bit about the company, just to establish that customer trust. And the other thing I'm not seeing is a change log. It could be in the documentation though, so we will find out. Let's go ahead and do a search. Okay, so I'm not finding a change log. I would like to see, and it could just be my fault. Maybe I'm just not finding it. I would like to see a change log that also has both the dates of the release of the version and everything that's included in the version. So that includes the version number. Okay, let's check out this documentation here. I guess it's pretty self-explanatory, right? How this is going to go, or maybe it's just early stages in the documentation. Either way, we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on here. Okay, I'll go ahead and leave this up just in case. Let's go ahead and close down these screens. I'm logged into. I just have a free CooWriter account that comes with 50 credits. Which on the website says, I think you can create up to 4 to 6 pages with it, complete pages. So that's enough for us here to do our initial reaction, first look video of this. All right, so I'm going to copy my API key here from my CooWriter dashboard. And I'm going to jump over here into our test site, and I'm going to activate CooWriter. You can also download the plugin from your CooWriter AI dashboard, okay? You can also just grab it from the WordPress repository. I see here that the version is 0.10, so that could explain, why there's not a changelog page yet, why there's not an about page yet, that sort of thing. So I'm going to just assume that stuff is coming, hopefully. All right, so let's go ahead and click We can click right here into settings from the plugins table, or I also see a CooWriter AI menu item over here at the left. So let's go ahead and just click on that. We're going to drop in the API key. Alrighty, API key is dropped in. We've saved our changes. I think I'm guessing that's it. So I'm guessing we need to go write some content. I watched the YouTube video on go back to their homepage. I watched about a minute of this video just to kind of get a quick lay of the land. So that's how I know that we just kind of dive in and start creating our content. So I'm going to go over here and just create a new post. All right. So we just need to figure out where we're going to start seeing CooWriter in here. So I'm going to do, maybe we drop down here. Do a search for CooWriter. So if you're not familiar with the block editor, the WordPress block editor, from this plus icon up here, you can click that and get to some stuff. We see a CooWriter option there. So you can get to it that way. You can also do the slash that leans to the right and then type in whatever block it is that you want to pull up. So I'm going to do CooWriter AI block. So that's going to give us our prompt that we need. And over here on the right hand, or the ability to prompt, I should say. Over here on the right hand side, we see our subscription. So that you get a running total of how much you've used when you start creating your content. It also shows when your credits are going to reset. So that's cool. All right. CooWriter AI. So it looks like you can pin this maybe. There's an icon right here. Not sure where that pins it to. All right, we'll check that out in a bit. So let's do this. Let's create a post for a popular WordPress calendar plugin. Okay, so I typed in my prompt. We are in normal mode. It looks like we can switch between that and selection mode. So I've entered my prompt. It then says press Command Enter to generate or escape to close. So I'm on Windows here, so I can't do that command. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on this icon right here. Hopefully that will take care of it. There we go. So it's working through my request. We'll just let this run for a bit, see how it goes. Alrighty, content generated successfully. Maybe if I pin that, then that box will stay sticky at the top. Let's try that. So I'm going to click this pin icon. No. So I'm not quite sure what that pin does. Okay, so here we go. Effortlessly manage your events with our top WordPress calendar plugin. We could add a title here, calendar plugin intro. So this is going to be like an intro post for a plugin. We have all of our content here. Here we've got an image. So let's see how CooWriter works with this image. Let's see if I click on CooWriter. Here we go. Generate image using CooWriter AI. Here we go. Screenshot of a user-friendly WordPress. Okay, so they kind of give us the prompt already. That's cool. You can choose your aspect ratio. I'm going to go with the default of 4:3 standard. Generate. It also shows you that the image generation is going to use 10 credits. So keep that in mind. All right, there's our screenshot. If we want to use it, we can do that. If we want to try our hand at a different prompt, we can do that. So I'm going to click use this image. There we go. Beautiful. With that in place, let's go over to our media library. Let's go into this image and we see that it is a ping.png and it is a huge file size. So think about that when you're doing this. We're not going to get into all performance optimization in this video and stuff, but just know that when you bring this into your site, that you're going to want to optimize those images. Something to keep in mind. It also brought in an image because of the dimensions that or the ratio we set was going to have an impact. But we see that brought it in at 1280 by 896. So you can determine if you want to crop that down to make it even smaller, that sort of thing, or resize it, I should say. Okay, so moving on down, let's just hypothetically say that we love that's pretty much everything that's in here. Maybe we want to adjust this paragraph, this last paragraph. Let's do that. So we're going to select that. And the CooWriter thing is not sticking to the top. So I don't know if we have to keep going back to the top to get to it. Let's try that pin again. Okay, so it's pinned. I would say a recommendation for the CooWriter team is maybe a little clearer indication that this is pinned, like a little bit of a design tweak there. Some might miss it. It's just slightly darker when you pin it. You do have tooltips there. So it's pinned now. How do I adjust? Yeah, I'm not quite sure how we adjust some of this text on the fly and what this pin thing is actually doing. I'm not quite sure. Okay. All right, let's go back to the home page. Let's go back over to the CooWriter site. I thought I read that, okay, so you can write full post in one prompt. We did that. Here we go. Precision editing. Fix just what needs fixing. Okay, your conclusion field, just select it and improvement. No need to mess with the rest of your post. Okay, selection mode is active. AI will only modify the selected blocks. Okay, let's go back over here. Let's go back up here. Let's go selection mode. So we're toggling normal mode over into selection mode. AI will only modify the selected blocks. Okay, so let's go down here and select this block. Okay, then I think we got to go back to the top. I think the pinning isn't working, or I'm not understanding what it's supposed to do. But we've selected that block now, and let's rewrite that. Please, let's just say rewrite using a more professional tone. Okay, so then we went down here, and there we go. So it changed that. So see how it says the word elevate? It says elevate your event management. So if I do an undo here, we should see that text change. There we go. So that's really, really cool. All right, let's try, let's go selection mode. We now chose this button. Let's say, so instead of saying discover the plugin now, let's say change button text to buy now. Okay, let's go down. There we go. Super cool. It changed it. Okay, I think we've covered all the features. Let's go. Let's make sure. Complete post generation, we've done that. Precision editing, we've done that. Custom images, we've done that. Natural conversations, make it more casual. We showed that you can do that. Smart translation, that is something we have not done. Let's go back over here. Let's select some text. How do I translate this? AI won't, okay. What do I just type this in? Translate to Spanish. There we go. That is really, really cool. Okay, let's go back here. So we've translated some text. We've shown that it's WordPress integration. Let's try something fun here, and then I'll get you guys out of here. What if I just want to say, let's go back to, let's change selection mode to just normal mode. And I want to say, add add a 2-column table to compare our plugin with another. All right, well, it should be about finished crafting the content. All right, content generated successfully. There we go. I think I said 2-column. No, did I say 2-column? I thought I said 2-column. Anyway, that's cool that it did this. Super cool. Maybe it just interprets like this column's 1 and this one's 2, but like you have to have that far left one. In any case, you now have that block in there and you can adjust it. The main thing that I wanted to show here was that you can use the Gutenberg, the block editor, you can pull that stuff in. You can come in here and you could say, add a red button that says sale, add a red button for a sale alert. All right, looks like it's wrapping it up. All right, let's go down. There we go. Limited time sale. That is super cool. One more thing just for fun. Let's go select mode. We've got this button. Let's say change border radius to, let's just go 3 pixels. So that way we'll be able to see that it's no longer, see how rounded it is now if we just want to change that. So let's go for that. There we go. Really wild. Really love this plugin. Super, super cool. Yeah, that's it, guys. I think we covered everything. Let me check one more time. Let's just make sure we covered everything. Custom images, we translated text. Yes, we did. If you like what you've seen, if you like what you've seen in this video, influencewp.com/deals, look up CooWriter AI and grab that exclusive deal. And we thank the CooWriter AI team for being a partner of InfluenceWP. And I'll see you all in the next video.